Hello, this is number 58 of 365. This is called Being on the Wrong Side of History. I start on 5. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that wherever you are is good for you. It is me, it is Paul Carpenter, and this is number 58 of 365, and this one is called Being on the Wrong Side of History. As you have probably seen over the course of the past 3 days plus 4 years, we have on some level seen the degradation of America. But I think what we've really seen is the real racism that is in America, that has always been here, but has been somewhat hidden away. And its agenda is very scary to me. Now, a lot of people are like, hey, be on the side of Trump because of this, that, and the other. And I'm sorry. I have to somewhat agree. I'm not a Trump supporter. I am not a QAnon supporter. But the ideas that the left are trying to enforce are ones that to me seem much more like the rhetoric of socialism and communism than it does the side that the Republicans were on. Now, please let me know, or let you know that I know that the Republican side is also scoopity poops and all kinds of crazy. But here's the thing, folks. At this point, the Democrats have control of both the Senate and the House. And any laws that they want to pass, they can. Probably will. And if I know anything about that side of things, they are going to do everything that's in the command of helping everyone. And in doing so, just like the masks that have been forced upon our lives, right? So will enforced vaccines. So will enforced hours of operation. So will enforced weeks of being held within your home. Now, on some level, I get it, but on another level, it's very scary. And where are you standing? The question at the beginning of this whole thing is, where are you standing on the side of history? Now, I have a friend of mine who was super supporter of Trump and was there the day of. And she posted on her page something to the effect of, the video and how proud she was. And all these people are asking her, like, how can you be on the side of Trump? She's like, well, he did so much for America. He's done so good for the people. And I understand, I guess, on some level what she's trying to say. Now, mind you, she's quite wealthy and she made a lot of money in the last little bit of time, because I don't know if you know this, but 80% more wealthy are the rich in the last year, which is kind of scary in and of itself. They already owned like 1% of everything, or the 1% already owned everything, and now they own 80% more. So, and that's not me coming up with figures. Go look it up. Just look up that line. The rich became 80% richer in 2020, and it just pops up tons of articles for you to read. Now, what I'm trying to get at here, folks, is that what side of history are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the side of history that is holding on to these ideals that hold the idea of becoming part of a group and sharing knowledge and helping each other? Or are you going to be on the group that ostracizes anyone else who is not like them? Because that's what it seems like this group is. It's you either hold our beliefs and do what we tell you, or if not, then you are a hate monger, then you are this. And don't get me wrong, by the way, on the other side of the table, like I said, it's almost like they're doing the same thing. If you don't allow the smallest voice to be heard, and that could be even a small group of people to be heard, and laws to be changed for that small group, then you are a bigot, then you are this and you are that. But the thing I'm getting at here, folks, is that when we do that, when we allow laws to be changed so freely and easily, it becomes a very, very crazy world very quickly. And if you don't want to see that, just look at what has happened in the history of humanity. And I don't need to be like a person that's like, oh, look at the Holocaust. There's only one event in human history where the freedoms have been taken away slowly. They don't get given back usually. And so just with that mentality alone, where are we standing? Where are you standing on the choices of who you believe in, on what you're thinking? Because that's gotta be kind of important. And so I was listening to a thing on NPR yesterday, and the question was, how can you join a group in society and let that group not necessarily affect you completely and your morals to the, whole of society? And the guy who was, a researcher at Yale says, basically, it's really hard and it's almost impossible, because what happens is that it's something it's been inside of us for the last 50,000 years, that we've been living in these little group type situations where even if you don't like something, but the whole group does it, and that's how you're surviving, well, then you just have to get along with the group. Otherwise, they're going to kill you, or otherwise you're not going to eat. And to live alone in the desert or to live alone in the forest is not easy. Not easy. But in a group of people, it can be done. It can be figured out. So the thing I'm saying again is, what side of history are you on? Are you on the side of history where you listen to the news and you truly believe that corporations, 5 corporations that own all the news, are actually going to tell you the truth? Or are they just going to be pundits for the money that is allowing them to be on and be the news? There's so many trusted sources I used to watch, and I used to be like, dude, I used to love this source because they were great, and now they're owned by Disney, and I just can't watch them anymore because of the lies, the straight, absolute lies that are coming out of the videos and the media that they're creating and the news that they're creating. And it's like, yes, unfortunately, Trump was right on some level. The news is fake news. It's not real news anymore. Real news used to be comprehensive. Real news used to be non-biased by the person who was giving it to you. It wasn't their emotional feelings of what the news was supposed to be to them. No, it was, this is what's happening, this is the people we know that are involved, or the thing that's happening, and this is how this is going to end up based on these actions, based on the people who were involved. That's the news. Not, hey, this guy feels, and because of his feelings, he should tell you what he believes you should believe about certain people. That's not the news. That's just, like I said a minute ago, somebody who's a pundit for the money that's being put in their pocket, and they're willing to speak in whichever direction based on the fact that that's the way to get to the top within the business or the corporation that they live within. So at the end of this, it's as apparent as night and day, as we are in this new age of Aquarius, as we've just passed through it, right? And that's, you believe whatever you want, but we're obviously in a place right now in human history where we need to buck up and figure it out. Because otherwise, what are we doing? We're in the 21st century, 22nd century, 21st century? Is that what it is? 22nd? I don't know what it is. But we're no longer in this place where we're in horse and carriages, and we're no longer in a place where we're just 20 years ago, where we barely had the internet. We couldn't watch videos like this. It would be like, hi, 2, 1, see everything. You know, like those videos where it was just, and you could never, you know, like sometimes when you're trying to stream a video from one of those movie sites that you're not supposed to stream videos from, and then it just doesn't work very well. Oh, I can't wait for 5G. Anyways, listen, the point I'm getting at here is this. What side of history do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the side where, in the end, you are going to be looked at as somebody who was connected to somebody who the world is finally starting to see as a very negative human being? They didn't bring positivity. That's not positive behavior. Nelson Mandela, that's positive behavior. Some Gandhi, that's some positive behavior. You see what I'm saying? Like, people who actually have decency when they speak to the audience or to their pundits or whoever they're speaking to, at least they have some kind of decency when they do it. That's all I'm saying. So, maybe I'm just asking for decency from each one of us, to each other. And also probably maybe a little piece of like, hey, you never know what somebody's going through. Somebody's family member could have died. Their car could have broken down. They're freaking out for no reason because they're upset. And the world's all kinds of crazy right now. So instead of flipping out on the guy who's flipping out, maybe ask him if he's okay and if he needs some help. Like, yo, dude, are you all right, bro? Instead of being like, hey, shut the fuck up, you know? Because we're all so angry right now. You know what I mean, right? All right, so look, please go out of the world, do something nice for somebody else. And if you can't do something nice for yourself, it does start with you. Number 2, please don't get caught up in all this crazy stuff. Because if you do, then that's all you're going to think about. And that's not good. Go paint, go draw, go sing, go dance, go make food. I don't know, but do something that is nice and beautiful for yourself and also for other people. And number 3, please like, share, subscribe. Send this out to somebody who needs to see it. Hit the like bear button, the shares, and the stuff. And, go to my Patreon /mentally hip website, themysticalspace.com. You can still buy cool stuff. And what else? Oh, I want to say thank you for watching. I really do. I really mean it. Take a moment. Thank you. And I love you so much. I will see you all on the other side.